Hi, Gregory again on another Let's Play Solo. We're down on level 2, session 4. Right? As you guys know, I've been playtesting a new quest system, and in addition to that, I want to start testing a better traps and other non-combatant encounters. The random dungeon tile tables were specifically made to be generic. But the better traps system is made specifically for 5e, specifically, again, for 5.5e. So I've incorporated all those tables into Fantasy Grounds, and I'm going to give them a try. Before we get going, from our last session, I've gone ahead and given our party experience, and they are moving right along. They're doing pretty good. They started at 300, and so 300 is the bottom of level 2, and they need 900. So they're moving right along, but they've also started to accumulate some wounds, and we can see that Tordak is bloodied, and the other guys have a few accumulated wounds on them. Particularly the other fighters also moderately wounded. So it's about time for our party to start thinking about pulling back out of the dungeon. The stairs up are right there. Right now, they'd have to go, if they retrace their steps, they'd have to go all the way up and over and up and over and down. What they're going to do is the cleric's going to go ahead and heal Thordak and Dent. And then instead of going back the way they came, they originally were heading south because they're trying to see if they can get a connection. Because if they can, then they'll just have to head down, over, and up. And even if it doesn't get the first one, there's still a chance they might be able to get down here and get over and do it this way. So that's what their plan is for now. So let's start off by regrouping. Off camera, I also had them loot the kobolds. They picked up 66 sweet electrum pieces. And they're still bringing their centipede buddy. For their quest. Let's get these guys back in party formation. But first, let's have what we're going to do is have Girth is actually going to cast a first level spell on. This is one of the reasons I want to go out there. He's getting low on spells. 12 is a weird number. The new Cure Light Wounds. Actually, you know what? He's not as bad off as I thought. He can cast his once a day. Keep his spell slots. And that heals him. Then he can Divine Spark, which is just like the old Cure Wounds spell on Dent. Oh, he got him. He cured both of them all the way. That means he has one Divine Spark and two more Cure Wounds. So they're going to, with a little bit more confidence, they're going to head south and see if they can connect us up. It doesn't look like they need to pull out right away, like I was thinking, but that's still where the direction they want to go in. Let me get them back into party formation. They're heading south, so we got Dent, and I'm going to put them in a square because we're hoping we'll get a lot of exploration done. Silence in the centipede. All right. So healed up. Our guys are ready to go. So they look south. And what do they see? So let's go ahead and I've redone all these tables. That table's exactly 2 out, 1, 2. So that's going to be early exploration with rooms. And we got a 4-way room, which is super good because it's going to connect. It's also maybe another encounter because rooms do have the highest chance of encounters. And all right, so we're on a 4-way room. It doesn't look like it, but this is in fact out of the better traps. The index of tiles. We need 43. And so it's going to be this one. Let's drop it in right there. Oh. There. Zoom in a little bit. All right, and let's see. So this is a new one of the new generators, and the difference, instead of just saying that the door was locked or unlocked, it actually gives a link to the door now. And like, there's a secret door in here, and now it gives a link. Usually, before I was having to look these things up, and then the door's locked and stuck. That's basically what the difference is. Instead of just saying that it's locked or unlocked or whatever, it actually gives you an NPC creature that tells you. Then you look up the level and it tells you what the difficulty is. One of the advantages of non-monsters is because we don't have to worry about NPCs and armor class and hit points. I can put all the different levels on, so you could do from level 1 to 20. I used 7 level bands, several range bands, basically first and second level, then every 3 levels after that. So let's pin this. But after all that, we got a quest location, but we don't have a monster. So that's good. We're actually doing good on our quest. So let's go find out which quest it is. Move our guys down, get into play mode. Okay, so they have to deal with the door. And this is the entry door. So the entry door is unlocked. One of the things I did add before I was not putting on lockdown, I did put it there because in my face-to-face campaigns, a lot of times the players will lock doors. And so this gives the DC for them to lock this particular door. And also, after somebody locks it, what it would take for, say, like the monsters to break it down, or even the PCs if for some reason they couldn't unlock it anymore. All right, so we know the door's unlocked. The guy obviously is our mighty rogue. He and him will take a minute checking it for traps, sneaking up on it, and all that good stuff. And he does get it unlocked. So then he's got a flat 2.5 blocks. So the room looks pretty nondescript, but we do have a quest location. So odd, it's our number 1 quest. Even, it's our number 2 quest. Oh, we got an odd. All right. So let's see. I pinned our quest here. This is the one they've been doing pretty good. This is the one where they're trying to escort the centipede to the right place. And they've been trying to communicate with it using performance and have been surprisingly doing fairly well. So let's see how they do. We're set up for performance. It's an easier quest, which is good because these guys are very good at performance. But they've been doing it. Oh, is this the right place, Centipede Buddy? Is this the right place? Speak to us. Oh no! Oh no! Wow, it's unanimous. All failures. Oh my god. Oh, they were doing so well. It refused to talk, so in fact turns its back on him in the cage and closes its eyes. All right, that's clearly a failure. So what we'll do is, well, let's put a big minus there. Oops, minus. There we go. All right, so we need 3 successes for 3 failures. Oh, man, that's pretty bad. Okay. So after trying to talk to Mr. Centipede, they have terrible luck on that. Let's move on in there. So our plan is to ensure that it links up. Because of the geomorphs, I know it does, but they don't. I mean, probably don't get to a turn or something. So they're gonna open this door next. This is the entry, so this will be the right door. Take a look at the right door. Straight, left, right. Right is locked. Okay. Now, one of the things you could do, and I do this sometimes, is you could actually drag a lock out. Kind of clutters the map. I do it in some of my face-to-face games on certain types of maps where I'll actually put the lockout on the map so I can just click it harder. But before we get to the lock, this room does have a secret door. It's a harder one. They're probably not going to notice it. Let's double check. But yeah, they need a DC 20, and I think the highest these guys is 17. Perception, yeah, 17. So now this is one of these. Normally, when you have a circuit door, it goes where there's a dead end, like over here or something, and then the secret would be right there or right there at the end of that other dead end. In this one, we're for 4-way, you usually do diagonals. So basically, it could be this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. They didn't find it. I'm still going to determine, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, which diagonals. They might find it, in theory, on the other side or something. So 1 and then clockwise. All right, so it's this one. I want to put it there so I know there's a secret. So I'm going to put one right there on this corner because it goes down diagonal somehow. All right, so they don't find the secret door, but they will go ahead and work on this door. This is the right door, and it is locked. It's a harder lock, but basically he is a good enough rogue. He'll get it eventually. So you could go down and roll it, but it's not that big a deal. He has proficiency with both the tools and sleight of hand, so he has advantage. So he will certainly get it eventually. I believe his bonus is +7. Rather than roll lots, I'm just going to say it takes a minute, which is the standard time to open the door. So once again, he will slink down, check it for traps, see if it's locked. If it's locked, unlock it. Listen for monsters on the other side. All right, so they see the connection, which is good. So now they feel they can get out of here. but because of the cleric's initiate, because if you're not quite familiar on what these initiates do, because there's magic initiate cleric and there's one for the wizard and there's a druid one this too. What it does is you get a free cast, which is what that was, but it's still considered prepared because you'll notice that I don't actually have cure wounds prepared. This is considered prepared, so then he can cast it out of slots. So basically, it gives him an extra cure wounds, which, as you can see, is the difference between them continuing to explore and really start thinking about bailing out of here. They still want to see if this will connect up. Now that we have a connection, this becomes much more valuable instead of having to run all around the corner. Also, this gets us out of the early exploration to the normal exploration. We might hit a boss encounter even. So we're going to head south and see if we can link up this way. South, we've got, which is the straight door, made of pine wood, leather thong handle. It's locked. It's also stuck. He will get it open. That's a normal lock, by the way. If a lot easier. The stuck means they'll make noise getting through it because it's going to require strength checks. And typically the rogues don't find that out. So if there's something on the other side, they'll almost always be warned, even if they don't hear the party coming. Let's go ahead and roll what's on the other side. So, like I said, this is on our normal exploration table. Okay, so we got a straight chamber. So it goes straight. And it's number 27. Straight chamber. Should be something like about there. Am I over? Nope. Right on. And oh, we found a monster. Let's see what's going on down there. All right, so while I automated a lot of the rolls, I didn't do specifically the monster encounters because I think theoretically you might have a table for every level. And that would mean that you need to do templates for every level, which is a lot of templates. The other thing, I had to do it for quest. All right, let's get into play mode, find out what's over there. Because they're breaking the door down, or not breaking the door down, because they're forcing the door open. All right, we've got centipedes. Oh, did they know our All right, we got some centipedes. Centipedes are one of the monsters that did change a little bit. They still do about what they used to make you unconscious and stuff. The damage is lower, a lot lower, by the way. I think I mentioned it before. One of the things the new monster manual does is regularize the CRs. So pretty much they chopped off the tails, and centipedes used to be out on the tail a little bit. So all the CR 1/4s basically are very close to each other, and all the CR 1/8s are very close to each other. So while in general the monster manual monsters did get tougher, ironically, what happened for the CR 8s, 1/8s, and 1/4s is many of them got weaker. At least the ones that were stronger. They all became much closer together in power. All right, let's do it with the centipedes. All right, so the centipedes aren't smart, so they're not gonna open the door when the party doesn't get it opened. But they will know they're coming, which means likely some of the party's gonna be surprised. Okay, so these should be hostile centipedes as opposed to our friendly ones. Well, at least neutral ones. So let's do it. Let's get our centipedes up. Centipedes are not intelligent. They are going to be scattered around the room. There are no doors, so as soon as they get that door open, so let's just kind of scatter them around. You can see from the blue, by the way, that these guys have blind sight. It looks a little bit different from the dark vision. See how there's a blue. Let's just kind of scatter them around the room. Alright, something like that. Probably a little too regular. Her. Alright, so our guys. Oh. Yeah. Here, let me just roll. I'll manually change it back to 0. The better combat effects gold likes to start at 0. Has to do with it trying to determine. Let's do PCs only. Which means our token centipede there will stay at 8, but that's fine. It's not doing anything. It's already tried to escape, and it can't, so it really doesn't have much to do. All right, so our guys hit the door. And let's make sure we're in play mode. Centipedes want to go. It's the thing is they're gonna see the that Alston's actually carrying the centipede. There, silence. Oh, where did they come in? So they open this door. Silence will be about here, where he can watch both to the north, and to the west. If you can see, then you're probably not going to be surprised. Of course, we can argue as to which fighter actually got the door open first. We'll just roll it. I think that their strengths are identical. Pretty sure. 17 and 17, yeah. Odd numbers used to be bad, but for strength, that means that they can take the feet at 4th, and they'll hit 18. One of the things about fighters is they can pretty much feat their way up, where you get a feat that gives you +1 to the stat, and then the feat itself. Because you do want to get usually to 20 by 12th at the latest. So the new half orcs, the new orcs, they're no longer half orcs. The new orcs have 120, so he sees it right away. Tordak also has 120. The dwarves also have 120. There's been pretty good vision inflation. All right, so they can all see, so there's no surprise. So the beasts go first. As soon as the door, they make some sounds. there's some odd things about the new surprise round, but I'll talk about that when something really weird happens. Um, so the guy in the back goes first, which is traditional. The DM can, of course, do things. Now these things have climb. They are small, so they're not tiny. So you can get. This means you can get one guy on the floor, one guy up on the wall. So they get 4 on the front line. However, they're too far away. So this guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're all going to rush forward. Um, so this guy, so they can double move 60. So he'll get there and not be able to attack. Obviously, this is not optimum because it means the party's going to be able to attack them while they can't attack the party if they'd stop one short, which is something or a little shorter, something intelligent might have done. Also, if they've so these guys are basically, I'm going to move these guys up the wall because it's hard to. They're not going to stack them exactly on top of each other. So the guys that are up 5 feet are up. Oops, got hung up on the wall. And then this poor guy can't get in at all. Oh, I can't get in. Hungry, so hungry. All right. All right. After bashing down the door, probably only one of the doors was open. Here, I guess we could roll. Did they both roll high enough to get the stuck door open? Stuck is they need 13 strengths. That's quite a bit different. Strength is different. That's a raw strength rather than athletics. Needs at least a 10. All right, so Tordak has the same stats. I'll roll here. So Dent got it open. This is for Tordak. So they both got it open. Wow. Unimpressed. 50-50 chance that they both got it. All right, well, Dent goes, wow, little wiggly things that are trying to eat me. I still have temps left even. Let's do it. All right, happily swings his magical quarterstaff. These guys do have action surge. In theory, he might swing at the guy on the wall just to make him fall because of topple, but it won't fall far enough. And the way they wrote the rules, if they don't take damage, they don't go prone. In fact, he missed, making it all moot. But we have Tordak. All right. Lord Tordak on this level has not been doing that well. This is his time to change. Turn things around a little bit. Oh my god. The centipedes do not have particularly high. Well, they have a little bit. Their armor class is decent, but mostly because they have high dex. Oh my god. As the centipede contemplates his brethren. Meanwhile, Girth. Girth. This is an excellent place where Austin can use his. Small AoE. Little centipedes, little creatures, small creatures. Typically, he has such rotten luck with all the dead. He'll do one in the front. how he finally feels like, wow, I finally got one. Okay, because of my house rule, I'm doing the D12s on the bigger one. Got it moderate. Something to focus on. Okay, so this is like Alston starts salivating because this is he gets a 4-man acid splash. He'll basically throw it right there. So it gets all 4 and doesn't hit his front line guys. Perfect. Now I was in theory the selection mode here should get them all. Doesn't seem to be doing it. I don't know if it's an extension. I noticed it in my face-to-face games. One of the things you can do is you can say target all enemy. If I can find it. And then you gotta be careful that he got our friendly centipede too. Then if you hold control, you can click this to get unselect that and that. And then you should see that he's targeting, I guess I didn't turn off beast. 1, 14, 18, and tool. All right. Here's his chance. Not as optimum as this gets. Couple failures. 50-50. Oh, for med damage. Oh, man. Let's back up a little bit in case these things decide to come forward. All right, he and they're all adjacent. Who backs up to get a little better angle? They're not hitting these guys well. So that's gonna make him consider focusing fire. They haven't really. He hit it. One of them hit it for like 5, and it's only moderate, so they might have more hit points than he's comfortable with. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. What he's it's futile. What he's going to try to do is he's going to try to get a sneak on these guys. He's not set up right for it. So he's going to shoot first, and then he'll shoot and scoot and try to do it next round. But these guys have blind sight, so he doesn't know that though. They won't work. He'll just shoot straight on this guy. These 2, the one that's up above. Oh my God! It almost rolled over to the 2. He hits him though. Oh, he's almost out of arrows. I keep saying he has to refill his quiver because he's got. Oh, didn't do the snake. Why not? Short bow. He's probably too far out of the radius. Because you have to be within 5. That's how the extension checks it. That's the problem with stacking them like this. Ah, God, he did one more. Alright, so he does 1 more on the Mighty Beast 2, which isn't going to be enough. Alright, so then he's going to try to. He'll go. 1, 2, 3. He'll go there. And then he's going to try to get 1, 2 to get totally out, because if they can see from here is your issue. So That finally gets him out of the front. And they'll cutting action hide. I'm not gonna bother to roll because one, I would wait anyway, and two, but they have blindside, so they'll see him. There is you kind of want when you're playing solo, you kind of want to get your guys where they have standard things unless something's weird, and this is his standard thing. He's got cunning action. He wants to try to use it. And they haven't fought centipedes before, and they haven't really communicated with this one well, so they don't know these things have blindside. Silence encourages Austin, and we have a new round. Hean going first, so Hean is going to try to slink forward and shoot this guy trying to get a sneak attack. He will not get. He's hoping to get advantage. He's going to get -2 for the cover of this door. And I'm going to move this guy up to here. So it's partially at the end where it should, better combat effects sneak should work. Space 2. Oh, he missed. What? No sneak? This guy's supposed to have very high perception. So he only moved 1, 2, so he'll go back up again. Do it again. Alright, so we got this wounded guy. Time to apply a little bit of oak wood to the problem. Oh, well, I think he rolled a little bit better. I got him. Yeah, I think he rolled like a. They were hitting AC 13s, so 15 is apparently the number here. Then he got him. All right, one down. Thinks deep centipede thoughts. Whole centipede must know of my secret mission. None of these centipedes can live. Garth. Well, I'll start with Toll the Dead, so he's going to try it again on this unwounded one. Oh, 2 for 2. Sometimes those big dice fail you. Poor guy. All right. Well, there. Let's get rid of the dead one. 3 out of 4. I mean, sure, he'll try it again. Is that how that works? There we go. I thought you did it on selection. Apparently you did it under target mode. Alright, learn something new every day. Let's get Alston. Can you tell I don't play a lot of casters? PC casters. There's our acid. Acid splash. Got one. Oh, moderate. Let's deselect. So, not that he doesn't trust Ian, but those arrows are coming right near me. All right, here's our chance. Chance for centipede greatness. All right, so this guy's going to climb up over the top of the other guy. Whatever. He really wants to do that. As a DM, a lot of times it's faster to. It really wants to move this guy. Oh, that's why, because I'm not on the DM side. A lot of times it's faster just to move them all. In a lot of cases, it doesn't matter. So basically, Durant has a 20 AC. So the 2 plus 4 won't work, but the 2 plus 14 is 16. So that missed. This is a fast way of doing 2 centipedes. And then you can just do the other one the same way. Basically, you're using the plus 4 to let you know what the mod is. So, same thing. God, they both missed. That's terrible. But it's quicker. So, Tordak will. It still has a minute. He'll swing at the most wounded one, which is 18. There you go. Speaking of 18. All right. It's a big slash damage. Oh, the ones. The ones. Oh my god. Can you believe he rolled a 1? Is it silence? Why, yes. Yes, we can. New round. Starting with Hien. Alright, Hien's still going to try this, but it's still not going to work. He is not going to shoot the critical one. He's pretty sure somebody else should be able to finish it off. He'll shoot. Doesn't really matter. The grab cover all the way anyway. He'll shoot the unwounded one. See if he can flex his sneak attack. Yeah. Let's move it up here so it'll actually the automatic sneak will work. If it hits. All right. It already took that out because I dropped it. He does hit it. Basically, the way the sneak attack works, it checks within your 5 feet, and it checks from middle to middle. So because he was back 1, that's not middle to middle. It's more than 5 feet. Oh my god. It's still alive? Oh, okay. There we go. It's dead. I was going to say. All right. So he kills that one. Oh, yeah. Oh, these guys are super good senses. He's starting to wonder whether he can sneak up on these guys, but it's at this time it's not costing him anything to keep trying. If he had something else to do with his bonus actions, he might do it. All right, so the centipedes go, and being pretty mindless, this guy will attack Dent. Oh, we got him. All right, so we get now, one of the things they tried to simplify a lot of these monsters. And so you used to have to make saving throws and stuff and can give you poison damage. Said what they did is they just poisoned him. So has poison until the end of the start. So basically no save, and it should drop automatically. So that's kind of how they're they tried to simplify it, and it's a good it's a good decision really. One of my pet peeves, well, they both missed. One of my pet peeves is right now they have people saving at the start, at the end, at the at all different times. That's not in most cases really that helpful. Not getting much out of it other than having greater complexity. Um, Feels like focus fire in this case is the right move. So he is going to toll the dead that critical one. Because right now the party hasn't been hit, and he would like it to stay that way. God, he's 3 for 3. All right, toll the dead has lost its stigma, though I did roll a 1. Oh, there's the 10. It's dead. All right, so I got rid of that one. And kind of like his buddy Alston. Not that he's worried about him shooting him, but he's worried about the centipede getting shot. no, no accidental weapons discharges. Silence. Austin. All right, Austin. The acid splash is feeling problematical. He's just going to old fashioned firebolt this thing. -2 cover. And for the beggar dies, basically. And he's going to miss the hold only by a little bit. Oh, at beast 14, that was throwing me off. I thought it was 14. All right. All right. This could be. Ted's been having a pretty decent fight here. He's been hitting. Not this time, though. I'm not sure why. Oh, he's poisoned. Okay, that makes sense. That's why these effects are still not useful. It's like, why? Though, you do wonder. I think they were supposed to drop at the start of the turn. This is the start of the next turn. And they went first and bit him. Okay, right. That's good. Especially when you're running multiple characters, it's kind of hard to easy to forget that stuff. All right. So we've got Tordak. Come on, Tordak. You're due a nice hit. There we go. 1 over. Oh man, but speaking of ones, critical too. If he just rolled a little higher. All right, new round. Good, my plans are coming into fruition. All my centipede spies nobody will know that I am down here on my secret mission. All right. Oh, the Tordak goes back to back. All right. He's gonna he's gonna finish it. He's gonna try to finish it. Let's see if I can get a real drop. There we go. That's a hit. Oh yeah, these things are toppled too. It should be he should have advantage, but he's gonna kill it anyway. Yeah. Oh, the sole remaining centipede. They're bugs. Even an animal might run in this case, but and he'll re-up the poisoned. This guy's dead. Girth. Well, Toll the Dead has been working for him. This is one of the really good fights. Clearly, they're not very wise. Oh God, 4 for 4. I love centipedes, man. They never say. Oh, he's wounded, so he needed hits. All right. All right, so he will try to firebolt this guy. That is probably a hit. There we go. We want that big D10. Take 2. There we go. There it goes. All right. That was a successful fight. This reminds me. There we go. Depth markers weren't showing because they're underneath the layers. All right. So that ends this fight. So takes us to the didn't get hit again. So this is but before we deal with that, let's find out. Centipedes are not the type of monsters that accumulate treasure, but they may kill things that do have treasure. So I'm gonna give them a 50-50 chance. If it rolls odd, they have treasure. All right, so they do. Oops, wrong room. They're actually in this room. So they are going to have treasure. Once again, you can do that for any of the monsters, any of the bug monsters or unintelligence. Uh, Sometimes it makes sense for them to have it, sometimes it doesn't. Certainly in a boss encounter, there's the chest, so they get stuff. The other time, it's kind of like, 50-50. There were 5? Yeah. It's 5 times 12 is 60. They're going to pick up, scattered around the room from their past victims, 60 pieces of silver. I just realized recently that you just click this and it'll add it to the party sheet. I wish actually there was another button for the encounter where you could add it to the experience of the party sheet. So basically I put it here. There's the 60. Notice it keeps the breakage where it can't split evenly. What I was saying is I wish that encounters would put it automatically down here, because right now they put it on. You do have an option to put it on the combat tracker, but another nice thing would be to see that it puts on the combat tracker. It would be nice if you could add the experience to the combat tracker, a second button. So that would take the standardization away from this menu. All right, so they got hurt. You have to move up to collect it. Let's see what else is in that room. Limestone tile floor. Okay, that's a little different. I think the rest of it's bricks. Walls, crude bricks. Yeah, it feels like the high water mark. Um, Garth will, after consideration, go ahead and use his last divine spark, and heal dent. Uh, so I feel it's probably time to start working our way out of the dungeon. They're in pretty good shape. They found an easy way out. I don't see any reason to go back any longer. They run into undead now because he's out of turn undeads. His channel divinities are gone. They might have a problem. So to get back to the stairs, because they're technically in this room once they finish searching it, they gotta go 1, 2, 3, which is a random encounter. Chance a 6, no. Then 1, 2, 3, up the stairs in the next room on the first level. So it's a first level encounter if they actually hit it. Alright, so let's go swap maps. Oops, I hit items instead of images. Let's try that again. So they're basically right here where they came up. And the stairs, so they got, that was 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So one more first level encounter. Nothing, so they go ahead and get out. I am going to just grab the party, drop them over here for next time. So I'll remember to count, though I got them in the wall. Let's try it again. There we go. I still got them in the wall. I'm really missing. There. Okay. That's all I got for this time. And next time, our adventure will continue.